You know, a couple months ago when I came to the DMVF, I was going to be a loner and do my hitman thing. And when I went to go sign my contract, Kedrick was in the hospital. And he said, hey, I want to start a group with you. I want to ditch the corporation, start a group with you. I said no. And then when I saw how lame his crew was, I decided to go ahead and do it. That was my first mistake. Then he said, we're going to bring in Joker J. We're going to crush DX. We did that. He said, we're going to bring in your boy Jason Terrell, who was also skeptical. He said, the four of us, we're going to go out. We're going to cut promos. We're going to bring people out of the shyness, and we're going to make new stars. And we did that. He said, I want you to go and get in the Intercontinental Tournament. And I got in the Intercontinental Tournament, I won. He said, I want you to make this belt respectable because people don't respect the belts anymore. So I went and I made the Intercontinental title respectable. I made a well-deserved title, sent it out into the world. He said, I want you and Joker J to do the same thing to the tag team belts. And we did that. See, Kedrick was somebody who believed in something once. But then I should have seen the signs. All of a sudden, he had me doing things I didn't really feel comfortable doing. He says, I want you to go, I want you to shut down the Brotherhood. We did that. He told Jason Terrell, I want you to go, I want you to vanquish Davey Crank. Run him out of the division. And he did that. He said, we want you to break up the Daniels family, plant the seeds of dissent in the Daniels family. And we did that. It wasn't until I saw the Daniels family apart that I realized how dangerous they were. But Kedrick's a smart man. He's smarter than you and I. And he knew this a long time ago. Divide and conquer. You got poetry over here, visionary over here, DX is scattered around. All the powerhouses were gone. So what did he do? He said, okay. He wanted Joker J to get this thing with Jillian and stay unfocused. He wanted Jason Terrell, who was a perennial power for the U.S. title. He wanted him out of the title hunt. Oh, you won King of the Ring, so they had you go and we're going to have you disrupt and bother people. He came to me, he said, hey big guy, people in the division are a little upset about how much you're winning. We're gonna calm you down a little bit. I said, no problem, boss, whatever you need. I don't care about wins and losses. So I did that. Then I started noticing things. You took the world title, a belt that used to mean something, and you said, hey, I'm going to bring in Luis. I'm going to give him a nice little run. And you did that. I don't think you planned on poetry coming in and being what he was, but you did that. Right around the time the NWO Wolfpack started talking about this higher power, Jason came to me with some information. I didn't want to believe it. He said, hey man, something's not right. These phone conversations, I should look at the sign. Because every time Kedrick goes to the hospital, he comes out and turns on the faction that he's with. I should have known it. I should have seen it, and I didn't. But I can live with all of that, Kedrick. Here's the worst part of everything that you've done. You've taken that belt that used to mean something. You said, we want the best performers to get that belt. We want the guys to cut the best promos, who are here every day, who put in the work. I was like, well, shit, that's anybody in the NWO. Joker J's been the backbone of this company since the beginning. Jason Terrell's a rising star. I'm the king of promos. But no, you want to give it to Luis so he can be invisible. And then you have him, and then you have poetry, and the belt got jumbled around. People didn't know who your world champion was for a week and a half. But you know what? Once you got the belt on your shoulder, I started to understand. It was already too late. I was taking that beating, and I said to myself, he played us for fools. And you took that belt, and you spit on it, and you might as well have thrown it in the damn trash can. But you know what? It's not too late to fix it. Now, we all know how things work here. You go into your match, you win some, you lose some. But when you've already scheduled a match where you're going to defend the title a second time against Poetry, and you're going to help Mercedes get the bombshell title that she couldn't capture on her own, well then, I already know what happens to me tomorrow with the pay-per-view. But you can change that, Kedrick. You can do the right thing. You can let everybody know. You can let the past champions know. You can let the Mike Browns and the Joker Jays and the Luises and the future champions like Visionary and Jason Terrell and Sam, you can let them know that that belt still means something. You let them know that when you put in the hard work and you cut the promos and you do what's asked and you don't complain, that that belt can mean something. But as long as it's around your shoulder, it means nothing. It means I'm the boss, I have the belt, and that's it. How do you think Mike Brown's going to feel about that? How do you think the Visionary is going to feel about that? All these guys have been putting in work. How do you think they're going to feel about it? How do you think Jonathan Young's going to feel about that? A guy who worked his way to the top, got to the top, and got taken from him so fast. See, this next match isn't about me. It's not about the beach. It's not about the broads. It's not about the money. It's about the respect that that belt used to have. And it can have it again if you do the right thing. Walk down that ring and face me one-on-one. Leave the Brat Pack at home. And you let me bring respectability back to that belt. You let me make that belt mean something. It's in your court, Kedrick. No catchphrase to end it. No funny punchline. No because I can. None of that. I'm going to do what I do, and you think about it. And I'll see you tomorrow.